Mafia II, it's the sequel to Bejeweled.
Yes. It's a story-driven Bejeweled game. It's kind of like Puzzle Quest.
Sequel to 2002's Mafia, actually, I'm being told.
Oh, really?
Yes. So is this like a masterpiece, like Godfather 2 kind of sequel, or is this Godfather 3?
I actually, and X-Play in general, really enjoyed this game.
Okay.
You
say that as if it's a bad thing. Like, is it okay to enjoy it? It's okay.
No, it's definitely okay to enjoy it. It's kind of a Grand Theft Auto vibe.
Right.
You know, in the way that you're kind of driving around to missions and the same kind of mission structure.
But it's not like your traditional giant open world sandboxy game, is it?
Well, because Grand Theft Auto, for example, like you could do any number of missions at a certain point, or you spent probably half the game dialing up buddies and bowling with them.
Hot coffee, hot coffee, hot coffee, hot coffee. I get it. I like coffee.
Maybe that was Kevin's experience.
Yeah, yeah, it was.
No, but it's very sort of linear based. You have one mission that you're getting to. You can go buy clothes. There's other stuff you can do in the world, but it feels more like just one gigantic level for the game to take place on.
Sure.
So it actually is, I have to say, a really good story. I really enjoy the story.
Right. And
There's
good voice acting, good characters, believable world.
Exactly. There's something very believable about it. They do a really good job of setting up why you've been gone away, who you are, what you're coming back to, what your motivations are. And they set it up very quickly, and they show why you're getting into this life of crime.
And this is 1940s to the 1950s,
yes.
right?
And you're starting out basically as just like a dude who's doing, just errand. You're an errand boy for the mob, and then you kind of get yourself into more trouble. And you're not trying to save the world here. You just kind of fall in with some. You make some maybe poor life choices.
Some ne'er-do-wells.
Yes.
Some rapscallions.
You don't hang out with these are like the friends your mom warns you about, kind of.
Right.
The friends that he makes, and so you're just trying to basically survive and keep your family healthy and all that kind of stuff.
So we're looking at it here. Obviously,
yes.
It's visually a very impressive game. Were you guys impressed with the graphics overall?
Yeah, they do a very good job of detail. So this, you start out in a very snowy area, and when you're driving on the snow, the roads have tire marks, but then like parts where cars aren't going to be driving much don't have the tire marks in the snow. There's like little things like that.
It really does look lived in. It feels lived in.
Yeah, there's little things like that they do that you notice, and you're like, oh, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I've heard one gripe some gamers are having about the ladies in the game. They think the ladies look a little awkward and plastic, and well, that one should look plastic, I suppose. Well, no, they didn't have plastic in the 40s,
yeah,
so
no.
Is it wood? What did they use back then?
There are some weird expressions on the women, or you'll notice the woman's like talking, but her like mouth isn't actually moving, and
I just wanted us to cut a roll in of hot chicks in the game. I'm sorry. I don't know if anybody's actually complaining about it, but there we go.
I think it's something about like the detail on the guys is so good that when you see these women without their mouths moving, you're like, wait, what? Why did they forget?
It's true to the era. We don't care as much about the women, right? We gotta keep them in check, keep them in line. Let's talk about the gameplay here, because
you want to move on from that as fast as possible.
I do. I feel like a Yoda's about to hit me upside the head, so I'm gonna move on.
But he's soft and loving.
Let's talk about the actual gameplay itself.
Okay. Yes.
My biggest gripe with the game, and again, I spent hours with it, so I'm not reviewing it by any stretch, but I felt like I had played this game before. It felt like the mechanics were very tried and true to other games that I had played.
But one could say that they're so familiar that they were effortless to you.
One could say that. I'm not that
one. See how I spun that?
But one could say that. But what do you think? I mean, it's competent though, right? I mean, hand-to-hand combat, the cover system shooting.
It's totally competent. Hand-to-hand combat is a little bit less than you would probably like, because basically you hold down the A button and you just dodge, so you kind of can't lose.
Right.
Which is a little bit frustrating.
There's no sense of danger in the hand-to-hand.
Yeah. You kind of get the feeling that maybe there was more at some point, and it kind of got reduced.
Sure.
The shooting's good. I never really felt like I was so frustrated with the controls that you're not going to be able to make it through a mission because it's just not working right, because we've all played those games. The driving works surprisingly well.
And you will be doing a lot of it, so
which is good because you're going to be driving
around
a lot.
All right, so with that said, I mean, there are certainly minor gripes. It's not maybe not a perfect game, but it's a good one. What is X-Play giving it?
It is a good game. X-Play is giving it a 4 out of 5.
Good rating.
If you're looking for a good story, if you're interested in Mafia, this is a good thing.
Yes, and make sure you steal it, or you're doing it wrong.
Totally.